American tool manufacturing is almost dead, but not quite. Once the USA made the best tools on Earth. Now 90% are made overseas. These 7 brands refused to leave, and they're still building on American soil today. Companies that survived wars, depressions, and globalization, still forging tools the old way. The problem: American manufacturing was replaced by cheaper labor and imports. Craftsmanship faded. Most brands disappeared. In the 1980s and 90s, factories closed across the Midwest. Skilled workers lost their jobs. Production moved to China, Taiwan, Mexico. Anywhere labor was cheaper. The tools got cheaper too, but they also got worse. Today, walk into any hardware store and most of what you see comes from overseas. The names might sound American, but read the label. Made in China is everywhere. For decades, we were told this was inevitable. Globalization, free trade, progress. But a few companies refused to believe it. They stayed. They adapted. They kept making tools in America when everyone said it was impossible. Warmwood Tool, forging since 1854. Warmwood Tool has been forging tools in West Virginia since 1854. Think about that date. Before the Civil War, before electricity, before automobiles existed. This company survived the Civil War, 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and every economic crisis since. Warmwood specializes in hand-forged tools, axes, hatchets, sledgehammers, mauls, the kind of tools that need to survive brutal punishment. Everything is still handcrafted. Workers heat steel to nearly 2,000 degrees, then hammer it into shape using traditional forging techniques passed down through generations. Why does forging matter? Because it aligns the grain structure of the steel, making it stronger than cast or machined tools. A forged axe head can take impacts that would shatter cheaper alternatives. For over a century, Warmwood sold exclusively through wholesale distributors, but as big box stores favored cheaper imports, the company adapted. Now they sell directly online, connecting with customers who value quality over price. People who need tools that last decades, not months. Warmwood proves American manufacturing can survive if companies are willing to evolve. Bondhus, innovation over price. Bondhus didn't just survive, they innovated. In 1964, Bondhus invented the ball driver, a hex key with a ball-shaped tip that lets you insert screws at an angle. Before this, you needed perfect alignment. The ball driver changed everything. Today, nearly every hex key manufacturer copies this design, but Bondhus invented it. They also developed titanium steel, a proprietary alloy that's 20% stronger than standard tool steel. This allows Bondhus tools to handle higher torque without stripping or breaking. While competitors chased the lowest price, Bondhus focused on creating better products. They invested in metallurgy. They filed patents. They built tools professionals actually wanted. Their entire manufacturing operation is based in Monticello, Minnesota. Every tool is American-made using American steel. Bondhus shows that competing on innovation, not just price, keeps manufacturing viable. Vaughan and Bushnell, family-run since 1883. Vaughan and Bushnell has been family-owned and operated since 1883. 6 generations of the same family have run this company, and they're still making hammers in Ottawa, Illinois, using the same basic forging process their ancestors used. Each hammer starts as a steel bar heated to forging temperature. Workers use power hammers to shape the head, creating the claw, face, and handle eye. Then comes heat treatment, heating and cooling the steel precisely to achieve the right hardness. Too soft and the hammer face mushrooms. Too hard and it cracks. Finally, each hammer is ground, polished, and fitted with a handle. The entire process takes skilled craftsmen who understand metallurgy and toolmaking. These aren't disposable tools. A Vaughan hammer can last decades. Professional carpenters pass them down to apprentices. Contractors use the same hammer for 30 years. The family refuses to outsource. They believe quality and longevity matter more than quarterly profits. That philosophy has kept them in business for 143 years. Channellock, the backbone of Meadville. Channellock isn't just a company, it's the economic backbone of Meadville, Pennsylvania. Founded by blacksmith George B. Dearman in 1886, Channellock employs over 350 full-time American workers in 2 facilities totaling 260,000 square feet. The company manufactures over 75 different sizes and types of pliers, all in Meadville. 95% of Channellock products are made in the USA. The ones that are clearly marked. What makes Channellock special is their commitment to the community. They could have moved production overseas decades ago. It would have been more profitable, but they stayed. They invested in modern equipment. They trained workers. They became an anchor employer, keeping an entire town economically viable. When you buy Channellock pliers, you're supporting 350 American families. You're keeping a community alive. That matters. Leatherman, built for real-world durability. Leatherman changed multi-tools forever. In 1975, founder Tim Leatherman was traveling through Europe when he needed to fix leaky hotel plumbing. His pocket knife wasn't enough. He needed pliers. That experience sparked an idea. What if you could combine pliers with other tools in a single pocket-sized package? He spent years designing the first Leatherman multi-tool. In 1983, Cabela's ordered 500 units. The PST, Pocket Survival Tool, jammed 13 different tools into a 5-ounce 4-inch package. Over the next decade, Leatherman sold over 1 million multi-tools. Today, the company still manufactures all its tools in Portland, Oregon. Every Leatherman is built in America using American labor. What separates Leatherman from cheaper imports? The 25-year warranty. Think about that. 25 years. Most people don't keep anything for 25 years, but Leatherman tools last that long, and the company stands behind them. That level of durability only comes from quality materials, precision manufacturing, and workers who take pride in their craft. Estwing, one piece, forged strength. Estwing has been manufacturing hammers in Rockford, Illinois since 1923, nearly 100 years of American craftsmanship, and their hammers are instantly recognizable. What makes Estwing different? One-piece forged construction. Most hammers have separate heads and handles. The head can loosen, the handle can break. There's a weak point where they connect. Estwing hammers are forged from a single piece of steel. The head and handle are one continuous piece of metal. There's no weak point. Nothing can break or come loose. The handle is wrapped with Estwing's patented shock reduction grip, a material that absorbs impact vibrations, reducing arm fatigue and making the hammer more comfortable to use. Professional contractors trust Estwing because these hammers simply don't fail. Roofers, framers, demolition crews, they all use Estwing because reliability matters when you're 20 feet up on a roof. Estwing also makes axes, pry bars, and specialty tools. Everything is made in Rockford with American steel and American workers. Klein Tools, powering America's grid. Klein Tools has been manufacturing tools in the USA for over 160 years. Since 1857, Klein has focused on one market: electricians. Today, Klein Tools is trusted by 80% of American utility workers. The people who maintain our electrical grid rely on Klein every single day. Klein operates 4 manufacturing facilities in the United States. Klein recently announced plans to invest over $100 million expanding domestic manufacturing capabilities over the next few years. Why? Because electrical infrastructure is critical. When the grid goes down, lives are at risk. Utility workers need tools they can trust absolutely. Klein understands that some things are too important to outsource. America's electrical grid runs on Klein tools made by American workers. Outro. 7 companies still standing. Warmwood forging since 1854. Bondhus innovating with titanium steel. Vaughan family run for 6 generations. Channellock employing 350 in Meadville. Leatherman's 25-year warranty built in Portland. Estwing's one-piece hammers from Rockford. Klein powering 80% of our grid. Their future depends on what we choose to buy.